Hi everybody, this is Eric from We Are Change, Wisconsin, and I really want to talk to you about one of the greatest tools that you can have in this war on information, and that is the DVD burning tower, basically. How this works is you get a case like this. I built this one myself, and what I want to do today is kind of teach you how to build one of these yourself, because it's so much cheaper than buying them. And this unit here, the one on the top is the reader, and then the rest are writers, even though it is a burning drive as well. But it's a 1 to 9. It has 11 bays, which means these two, this is the controller card, which is a Weltron DVD 688. This would be the reader, leaving 9 more drives. I can crank out about 100 copies an hour of any DVD. What it doesn't do is it does not copywritten DVDs, so you can't just go rent a movie and make a bunch of copies. It's illegal. There are ways around that, but that's not what this lesson is about. This lesson is about empowering you, the truther, to be able to take information, reproduce it, and then distribute it. So what we need to look at is the specific parts of this device. First off, you got the case. I think I paid $70 for this case. It's a pretty decent case. It's nice, solid. I believe it's aluminum, painted aluminum. These drives I have are Samsung drives. They were approximately $30 a piece. I tend to kind of watch Price Watch and other websites like that to get these drives. The Weltron, I believe, was about $100. So between the case and the Weltron, that's about, roughly about $200. And then it's just a matter of the drives. So what I did was, I didn't have the money to buy all of these drives at once. So what I did was I bought the controller in the case, and then I bought like 3 or 4 drives right away. And as I got more money, I'd order more drives, and then I just kind of added them. And that's basically how I built it. I would love to build more of these, but this one really, I'll be honest with you, is very efficient and can crank out as many DVDs as I need, unless I've got a really short amount of time to work with. But normally I know when there's an event coming up, or I tend to stock up on certain films. If I know there's going to be a Tea Party rally, I'll get the Obama Deception, because that's really popular with the Tea Party people. If there's going to be, an event about, I don't know, say there's a left type organ, like maybe somebody like Noam Chomsky comes to town, or maybe some of these progressives, I will shy away from the Obama Deception, but then I will give them like Follow the Republic or something like that. That kind, it's very, very similar, but it's a lot more palatable, a lot more accepted by that crowd. So what I tend to do is kind of scope out the event. What do I perceive to be, the type of people that are going to be there, and which one of these movies is going to be more received by them. So, and then I burn a bunch of copies. And so let's take a look at the inside, if you want. Like I said, I built this myself, and there is a screw, which is no problem because I have a screwdriver. Imagine that. Come prepared. You look at this case and it's kind of large, but once you really look on the inside, there's not a whole lot going on. You have a basic power supply, you got some fans to keep it cool, and just a bunch of IDE ribbon cables. So what you do is on the motherboard, or on this controller card, it has them numbered like 1, 2, 3 or whatever. So what I did was I plugged all these cables in and I wrote on them which, the number of which one it was, and then I just numbered them right in order. And then I placed it far enough down on the list here to where it could reach all of them. And then, of course, it comes with a power supply that's capable of powering the whole thing. It's real simple. This is very elementary. A 10-year-old could put this thing together. The beauty of doing it this way is that as truthers, because we're always constantly spending our last dollar on DVDs, blank DVDs, and and whatnot, that it allows us to kind of grow as we go. And so, like I said, it took me a couple months actually to build this. So I started off with a few drives and a controller card, and I just kind of went from there. What I would like to see happen is, here in the near future, I would like to see people like you finding DVD drives. It doesn't matter if if they're not the same name brand, or if they're used, or whatever the case may be. And going to like wearechange.org, finding the most the local We Are Change chapter, and donating these parts to them, donating these DVD drives, so that they can then build these towers and get tons of information out there. It's something that a lot of these parts are getting tossed in the garbage by so many people. You wouldn't believe how many times I see a computer on the side of the street. Now, maybe the motherboard's fried, maybe the power supply's gone, maybe the hard drive took a dump, whatever. But a lot of these parts are still good, and we can farm a lot of these parts out, and we can build computers for truthers so we can empower more of these people. We can get the DVD and CD-ROM drives out of them, and we can start building things like this. We can build truther tools. See, this thing here is a weapon of mass instruction. Okay, this is what the New World Order does not want us to have. Is one of these, and this is the king of all right here. This is a bad boy. I tell you, 100 movies an hour. Could you imagine what a group of serious truthers who are really on their job, that had the blanks, that could just sit in, like, maybe in a few hours, could crank out 1,000 or 2 DVDs. You could build literal libraries so that whenever you have an event that's last minute, like, bam, we gotta go right now, you got them. You got the DVDs, man. And it takes something like this to do that. I see a lot of truthers out there, they've got like the 1 to 4, and it's cool. I mean, it's a good start, but then you can't crank out the high volume, and if you've got one of these, not only can you burn DVDs for yourself to pass out, but you can also help other groups, other truth groups, to get DVDs so that they can pass it out at events. If you show up at an event, and this has happened a million times with me, almost every event that I show up at, I'm not the only truther there. I'm just the only prepared truther there. So if I show up at some of these events and I say, hey, look, man, I got a backpack with 300 DVDs. Give 100 to this person, 100 to that person, hand them out, and then spread out amongst the crowd. You can cover a lot of space in a short period of time. So there's no reason we can't do this. So here's what I'm calling right now for We Are Change, and for the people who support We Are Change, is to find the closest chapter to you and start sending them blank DVDs. Start sending them DVD writer drives and paper and ink for their cartridges. Get a hold of them. Email them. Find out what they need and support them. I'm going to answer this phone call and I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm going to answer the phone call. Alrighty. Let's take a look at how this thing works. First off, got this little power switch. I'm going to take this off here real quick. Bear with me, folks. Alright. So you hit the little power button, which fires up the whole thing. Here's the controller card. Tells you exactly what's going on. Starts counting how many drives it has. Does not have that many drives. Alright, so here's how it works. So what you do is you put your original up here, which I'm going to do. Close that bad boy. You put your blanks below, just like that. I'm not going to put any blanks. I'm not doing a run right now. Then what it does is it counts how many drives are ready. And if you fill all of the drives, it will just automatically copy, like immediately. It won't do anything else. That's all it'll do. If you have only maybe 5 or 6 of these, then what will happen is you'll have to press the go button. That's it. It'll say copy mode, ready to go, and you click go, and that's it. That's all you do. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And so what we need to do is we need to get these in the hands of truthers so that we can get as many DVDs out there as possible. There's another thing that I want to talk to you about, and that is when you find a movie that you like, what I usually do is I'll buy the original and make copies from that, and then what I'll do is I'll take the original and I'll donate it to the library. That way, that information is now available to thousands of people. So it's a really good idea to do that, and it helps get the truth out there to people that you probably never have contact with. So, again, this is the DVD duplicator. The mission is called Operation Duplication, and what we want to do is we want to get towers like this in the hands of every truther in the world, if we can. So donate. Find the local chapter, get a hold of them, find out if they need blank DVDs, find out whatever it is they need, donate. Let's get this movement off the ground. We're running out of time, and we can't sit around and listen to the Alex Jones show and be mad about the world and do nothing about it. We actually have to take action, and that's why we're here. And this is one of the great tools that we can use to make this change happen. Because it's us that needs to do it. That's why we're called We Are Change. Not they are change. Not Obama is change. Not a president is change. It is we, the people, that need to do the work. We need to do the groundwork, and we have the resources. We just need to pool them. We need to put that together. So find your local We Are Change chapter. Donate blank DVDs. Donate computer parts. Donate paper. Donate ink for their computer printers. Donate whatever they need, donate stuff, donate cash, donate stamps and envelopes and whatever they are requesting. Help them. And, there's 300 million Americans, and 4 million of us are truthers. Why is it that, raising a few $100 is almost impossible with you people? Get off your ass and start doing something. Eric from We Are Change, and I'm out.